Beerzerker. All right. So I saw this in the liquor store. $2.70. No kidding. This is from England. Theakston. I always thought it was Theakston, but I think it's Theakston. It's from Yorkshire, so I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the legend. It is got this fucking Aladdin type guy on there with his hookah and his thing. He's floating around with the smoking his shit or whatever. So, all right, the original craft brewer. And I think they own the brewery across the street too, and it brews a dark beer as well. My tune's a little bit louder tonight, so getting some background noisage. But I'm really excited for this beer. I warmed it up a little bit, as most of us in the craft beer community have been mentioning. We want more stouts. We want more things other than hazies, because IPAs, there's already a lot of IPAs, and then there's a lot of pale ales, and then there still is, and then now there's juicies, and then now there's hazy New Englands and hazies, and they're all basically the same kind of fucking beer, really. So now a style that was already huge in craft beer for good reason is just a little more stuff like this. All right, what else can we get out of here? 440 milliliter can, 5.6 alcohol by volume. Yeah, well, let's do this. Seems to be a pretty widespread popular beer. Just making it all the way over here. We're Commonwealth, so we get more of this stuff out here. It's like a porter, judging by the color and the ABV. Well, that's acceptable. Smells like a porter. Smells like an English porter. I think that's what this is. If I had to guess, this is an English porter. Not a whole lot in aroma. I mean, dark malts, like what I would expect. I don't know. I imagine. Assuming we've all drank porter before, right? A little bit of dark malts, like it smells a little smells like water in a way. Little copper coin, little metallic, little minerally. Little slight bit of like chocolatey kind of roastiness. Ah. Yeah. That's cool. It's got a sweetness to it. It's got like a coffee-ness, chocolatey, woody, tannic astringency. Wow, that's a pretty complex beer. That really is. Yeah. There's something to this beer. This is not for $2.70 all the way to Canada. Are you kidding me? Yeah, excellent. Creamy enough head. Seems to be kind of the spitting. The only thing I want to say it kind of reminds me of the Hobgoblin, but it doesn't. It's like if the Hobgoblin was a porter, I guess, or something. It's if you look at the color there, slightly transparent. That's porter. Yeah. It's got a real smoothness to it that you don't get in a lot of beers. like this style because they're usually so crisp, you know. This is like round, sweet, malty, but not like malty, gross malty. It's like fucking, jeez, fucking Jackie Chan got a fucking not blowing his flute so hard. Yeah, it's like a wet, dry beer with shitloads of chocolatey, malty, and woody, bitter, like tannic dryness. That's cool. That's a really good beer. This is awesome. Well, and for $2.70, like every fucking super can we get now is like around $5. So this is like damn near half price of everything else. And the only thing that's even close to this price is like the Euro malt liquors, like Red Horse and like shit like that. Nowhere near this good. This is an old school brewery from England. Like, this is not like a new craft beer thing. This brewery is probably a fucking 100 years old or something. Yeah, that is super cool. I like this. And I warmed it up because I didn't want to drink this cold. I should have bought both of them. Well, this is the best English porter I think I can buy anywhere in my area, I think, after trying this. And it's $2.70 a fucking super can. That's really cool. I may have done this before, back in the old days. It's really drinkable, but man, fuck, I don't know if I can handle this fucking. There, I don't know if I can fucking how much more of that we can handle. This is something a little more easy listening. This is super complex, but yet, and the ABV's like not real low, and it's super drinkable. It's kind of got everything. Like this is, which is kind of what porter's supposed to kind of be. Or that's what I always got out of porters. It's like, this is kind of what you're aiming for, right? I guess after 100 years, you got to figure it out. I prefer this over Guinness for sure. Like this is really nice. Kind of makes your teeth squeak. Like there's like that sweetness that you get like out of a cola a little bit, but it's this beer. This is a perfect fucking recipe. I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance to try this, try this. This is, you want to know what a fucking perfect porter is supposed to taste like? Not that they all have to taste the same, but this is one way to do it right here. That's for sure. Yeah, I can't see giving this like any kind of low marks at all. The bitterness comes right in the back, like the back, man. It's like you get that tannic, woody, and then you get like hop bitterness out of what hops are using. I'm not sure. If I had to guess, underneath all that chocolatey malt, it's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to assume it's EKG, but I don't know. Could be a couple different hops. Kind of reminds me of the UK Bramble and Cross, which is kind of similar to how this beer is anyway. So how do you know? Because the UK Bramble and Cross already tasted like a little bit woody and like berries and stuff a little bit. So it's kind of, it would match this beer. And there's a lot of UK hop varieties that I've never tried. You can't really get them here hardly. So we're basically stuck using EKG, Fuggles, and Challenger. I think you can get Target and a few other ones. I've never tried those, but you can get them. I've got UK Brambling Cross before, but I think there's about 12 to 18 varieties of British hops. I'm gonna assume it's EKG and maybe a little Challenger in there or something, or Fuggles or something. But the malts get real powerful right at the finish, and then the hops come right up and meet right at when the malts are the strongest, and then the hops just take over. You know, it's like, oh, smooth, watery, minerally, chocolatey, malty, like stouty, roasted barley, hops. Like, yeah, there's lots of hops in here. There's enough hops, perfect amount of hops. I guess this beer close to 40 IBU. Which is what I brew most of when I brew these type of beers. I damn near everything I brew I try to hit 40, unless I'm trying to brew a specific style like a Hefeweizen or something else. Or if it's IPA, I want to hit at least 60 to 80, somewhere in there. Imperial Stout sometimes will go a little crazy. Barley wine too. That is fucking delicious. That's the color, the mouthfeel, the squeakiness. The English yeast, it's reminiscent of USO4. I don't know if it is, but it's got that similar soapy mouthfeel. That's why you drop these British cask beers down to, 16 degrees Celsius, we'll say 17. You don't want to be too cold, because when they warm up, you get that soapy mouthfeel, like USO4, and that where it completely affects the texture of the beer, completely, and it morphs into this really smooth. If you drink it cold, you don't get that. That's why they were like, what the hell are you drinking your beer at 10 degrees Celsius out of the fridge for? Because certain British ale yeasts do that, because they're meant to be served on cask in a basement cellar temperature in a wooden or whatever barrel. They pop the fucking top and they slam the spout into the front, and they drain the whole keg, and they carbonate the keg like you'd bottle condition a beer, right? All right, that's fucking awesome. I'm gonna 11 that out of 11 for a porter. Beerzerker English porter, absolutely probably one of the best examples I've ever had. Beerzerker, and I'm out. Yeah.